Section 1 of The Evil Genius. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org.
The Evil Genius by Wilkie Collins.
Before the story, Miss Westerfield's Education. Part 1. The Trial. The gentlemen of the jury retired to consider their verdict. Their foreman was a person doubly distinguished among his colleagues. He had the clearest head and the readiest tongue. For once the right man was in the right place. Of the 11 jurymen, 4 showed their characters on the surface. They were the hungry juryman, who wanted his dinner; the inattentive juryman, who drew pictures on his blotting paper; the nervous juryman, who suffered from fidgets; the silent juryman, who decided the verdict. Of the 7 remaining members, 1 was a little drowsy man who gave no trouble, 1 was an irritable invalid who served under protest, and 5 represented that vast majority of the population, easily governed, tranquilly happy, which has no opinion of its own. The foreman took his place at the head of the table. His colleagues seated themselves on either side of him. Then there fell upon that assembly of men a silence, never known among an assembly of women, the silence which proceeds from a general reluctance to be the person who speaks first. It was the foreman's duty, under these circumstances, to treat his deliberative brethren as we treat our watches when they stop. He wound the jury up and set them going. "Gentlemen," he began, "have you formed any decided opinion on the case, thus far?" Some of them said "Yes," and some of them said "No." The little drowsy man said nothing. The fitful invalid cried "Go on." The nervous juryman suddenly rose. His brethren all looked at him, inspired by the same fear of having got an orator among them. He was an essentially polite man, and he hastened to relieve their minds. "Pray don't be alarmed, gentlemen. I'm not going to make a speech. I suffer from fidgets. Excuse me if I occasionally change my position." The hungry juryman, who dined early, looked at his watch. "Half-past 4," he said. "For heaven's sake, cut it short." He was the fattest person present, and he suggested a subject to the inattentive juryman who drew pictures on his blotting paper. Deeply interested in the progress of the likeness, his neighbors on either side looked over his shoulders. The little drowsy man woke with a start, and begged pardon of everybody. The fretful invalid said to himself, "Damned fools, all of them." The patient foreman, biding his time, stated the case. "The prisoner waiting our verdict, gentlemen, is the Honorable Roderick Westerfield, younger brother of the present Lord Le Basque. He is charged with wilfully casting away the British bark John Journeyman, under his command, for the purpose of fraudulently obtaining a share of the insurance money, and further of possessing himself of certain Brazilian diamonds, which formed..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?